Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial from TechMan. I'm Kaveh, and in today's video I will teach you how to connect your website to Cloudflare CDN and of course improve the performance of your website using Cloudflare tools. So in this video, I'm assuming you already have your own website, your own domain, your own host or your server, and I want to connect your domain to Cloudflare and enable some of the Cloudflare services in order to improve the performance of your website. So now let's head over to the tutorial itself. As you can see, I've created a very simple website with some photos, some text, and I'm guessing it only has one page, and my WordPress server is already running on DigitalOcean, and I have connected my domain to DigitalOcean directly. And now I want to connect my domain to Cloudflare in order to use the Cloudflare features to speed up my website. First, you need to be logged in your Cloudflare account. So if you don't have an account, just create one. And then click on the add button here and click on connected domain. In this page, you have to enter your own domain, which is the address of your website, and then hit continue. So in this page, I have to select a certain plan, but I'm just going to go with the free plan. So it might take a while, maybe a minute or two until this page loads completely. And as you can see, Cloudflare has loaded a few A records from my domain. So I had this A records from another DNS management service, and Cloudflare has scanned all of those and brought this configuration exactly on Cloudflare. So I'm just going to click on continue to activation. And as you can see, Cloudflare is giving us a step-by-step tutorial in order to change our name servers. So here Cloudflare says that you have to log into your DNS provider. So if you are buying your DNS from websites like GoDaddy, Namecheap, Name.com, you have to go to their own settings and your own account in order to find the settings of your domain. But since I'm using a .tech domain, as you can see, I have found my domain, I logged into my account and everything is ready. And I have to replace the name servers that are written here with the name servers that I already have. So in any DNS provider website, you have to see something like this. So it's basically your domain. I click on manage or settings or configuration or things like this. Then I have to go to the DNS management or name servers. So we are looking for something called name servers. I click on edit name servers here, and I have to edit these two fields. So these are basically set on DigitalOcean name servers. So my domain is connecting directly to DigitalOcean server, which is hosting my WordPress website. So here I'm trying to change it to Cloudflare. And after I do this, my domain would connect to Cloudflare and Cloudflare connects to my server. So I'm just going to go ahead, copy this and this one here and hit on save. So now that I have changed my name servers and everything, I have to go back to Cloudflare and scroll down, and I click I updated my name servers. As you can see here, Cloudflare is saying that we are verifying that your domain is pointing to Cloudflare. This typically takes 1 to 2 hours, but the last time I tested, it took me 30 minutes. So once your domain is connected to your Cloudflare account, it will send you an email and inform you that your domain is actually registered on Cloudflare and you can use it. So you'll just have to wait. I stop the video and I will get back to you once it's connected. All right, so as you can see, I got this email a few minutes ago and it says Cloudflare's network is now boosting Cloudflare's speed and security. So we head over back to Cloudflare website. I refresh this page, and as you can see, it says your domain is now protected by Cloudflare. So now what we are going to do is to go to the DNS section and then click on records. In this page, we have to make sure that the domain that we are trying to use, the exact domain. So if we are using subdomain, we have to check our subdomain, and we need to make sure that the proxy status is actually enabled. If it's not enabled, just click on edit, and then you have to enable this checkbox and proxy would be enabled. So now after this one, we are just heading over to enable some other features in order to make sure our website is having the best performance that we can from Cloudflare services. First, we go to the caching section. We click on cache rules. So here, as you can see, I've already created a cache rule. I'm just going to delete it and we're going to create it again. So we click on create rule and then cache rules. Here, we just set a name for it. Then we make sure the checkbox custom filter expression is enabled. In this field, we say URI, and the operator would be does not contain. And here it would be WordPress admin. So this rule is basically saying that you can't cache any page in the website unless it has this WordPress-admin in the URL. Here, I make sure that I check eligible for cache, and then in HTTL, I click on add setting. I click on this one, ignore cache control header and use this TTL, and I set the duration to 2 hours. Then I scroll down and I click on deploy. Now we head over to the next feature. We head over to the speed tab, we click on settings, And these features are sometimes disabled by default. So there is a button here instead of this text that says enable the features that you can enable, something like this. So make sure to click this and make sure that these two features, especially SpeedBrain, is already enabled. So now let's go to the next feature. We go to the caching tab, and then we go to tiered cache. Then we need to make sure that this checkbox is enabled. So if you're enabling this for the first time, it might ask you some questions. Just hit next and go to the next step. It does not require any specific configuration. Just enable this feature, and let's go to the next one. Now the next feature is in the configuration page in the caching section. And then you scroll down a bit and you enable crawler hints. Now let's head over and check our website. I'm going to refresh it, and when I refresh the website, the results would be the same, but it's basically getting the data of my website from Cloudflare servers. So if you had any problem connecting your website to Cloudflare, for example, the too many redirects error or 525 error, you have to change a setting in SSL section of Cloudflare website. In the left panel, you click on SSL, and then you click on overview, you click on configure. And then here you have to change the settings here. So if you put it on full strict, you might face more problems, but it will be more secure. If you put it on flexible, it would also be more compatible with different configurations of your website. And you might bypass the errors that you are facing right now if you change it to flexible and hit save. So as you can see, I am facing error when I change it to flexible. So I have to go back to full in order to make sure my website is working. So you have to tweak these settings until you find the best option for yourself. Now, I hope this video was useful for you. If you had any problems setting up your website or Cloudflare or changing your name servers or anything, make sure to send it in the comment section and I will respond to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.